Okay. Yeah, so basically, what I want to do today is to give a honest review about Longrich. So you might have heard about Longrich. So it's something popular. Many people are into it, and you see people talking about it on Facebook and on LinkedIn and what have you. So I just felt it might be a good idea to try and review the scheme or the business as it were, and just to give my own understanding of how these things work. Yeah, so basically, it's like every other scheme. So they have their model. So, and from the research I did, so basically, why am I doing this review? I just wanted to know how this thing work. I understand that basically I've received two people on my Facebook list. They send me this like and join group and all these things. So yeah, and for people to invite me to like something, and if you like something, it's more or less like a tacit endorsement of that stuff. So I've not really liked the request they sent me, because but I just felt, okay, let me, what are these people doing? Because from my understanding, I've not really seen a comprehensive explanation of what these guys are really doing. You might hear the things are modeled together. So I decided to do a little review, a little research. It's nothing really like so. So basically, without wasting much time, so they have two models of operation. So they have the product reselling model. Longrich, it's a company, it's a Chinese company. I don't know whether the company is traded in the Chinese stock exchange. I'm not really sure about it. I don't know. I don't have that idea. So normal business should be, if it is a normally incorporated business, it should be privately owned or publicly owned. If it is publicly owned, that means they are listed in their stock exchange in China, whatever, wherever they are listed. So, but I don't have that. I don't have that information for now. But what I know is that they operate two models. Two models: product reselling model and the networking or multi-level marketing model. So these are the two models the people sell to you. People tell you, okay, but these are the two models. So the product reselling model, what the product reselling model is all about is that Longrich produces products. So I've not really, because there isn't really much information about the company on the net, but they produce products, and their products range from like toothpaste, soap, and all this medicinal something, like all these they have medicinal products, they have toothpaste, healthcare, they have like all these diapers, they have products. I don't know whether they produce the product themselves or they outsource the product to other manufacturer, which is most likely what they will be doing, because it is not like if you're talking about what is the name of this company, Johnson and Johnson. If you're talking about Johnson and Johnson, if you're talking about these guys that manufacture Pampers, what is the Procter and Gamble, we know that these are really consumer goods manufacturing company. But anytime they call Procter and Gamble, I don't hear Longrich in it. So I don't want to go deep into that. But they have two methods, which is what product reselling and what networking. Then when it comes to product reselling, this is basically, the problem is that in Nigeria we try to model things around, and if we model things around, we don't really know which one is which. But let's focus on product reselling. People have been selling products all over. It's not a new thing. I was born and brought up in Lafayette, Nasarawa State, And what happened is that we have Igbo traders, they go to Ochanja line in Onitsha and buy products, and then they bring their product and showcase in their shop. In fact, and even in Lafia, we have people with, that is basically what most Igbos that live in other parts of Nigeria do. You know, they have their shops, they go to the wholesaler, they buy product, and they sell in their shops. So, and here in the UK, people, there are so many schemes. There is this drop shipping, and there is this eBay reselling. Like if you go to eBay, you can buy something from eBay and you sell in Amazon. So selling is not a new thing. In Amazon, there is this Amazon drop shipping something. There is this drop shipping where you buy, you advertise, the scheme is kind of like, okay, you want to take advantage of the arbitrage. Like if something is selling for £10 in Amazon, but in eBay it's selling for £8, then you can easily, you can advertise it £8 you can buy it from eBay at £8 and sell to people that are looking for the product in Amazon where it costs £10, and you take the difference. So people have been selling stuff. Then people talk about this digital marketing that you market. People have been doing digital market. There's ClickBank, where if you have your digital marketing skills, people are selling. I have courses on Udemy where people can say, okay, I can create coupon and give them. They will go and sell, and that is what they will do at Udemy as well. There are affiliate marketers that what they do is to just subscribe, register, and they market my courses, and they take like 50% of the proceed and give me 50%. So marketing is not a new thing. So, but if you are marketing a physical product, let's say they sell you this. Let's say your contact sells you Longrich. If you are going to buy products and market, how are you going to do the marketing? How are you going to do the marketing? Okay, you are going to do the, I'm coming. Okay, so yeah, so like I was saying, selling is not a new thing. Selling in the digital era is not also a new thing. People have been selling. In Nigeria, there is Jumai, there is Konga, there is all these other companies that try to sell physical products to people. And if somebody tells you you buy, if you pay money, if you go for this product reselling, now what is the pros? What is the advantage? The advantage is that you are buying from a manufacturer and you sell and make profit. Normal advantage that other people that are selling products. It's not people have been selling products in Nigeria. People they sell it either physically or through social media. So it's not like really a new thing. So if you buy from Longrich, I don't know what benefit is attached to it, then you will sell. Then how do you go about your logistics? If I'm based in Lafia and I bought products and they send me the product and I'm selling it through, how do you? So what I'm saying is that it's still your normal e-commerce or merchandising or commercial activity grind. You will still have to advertise, you still have to sell your product, you have to do the logistics, you still have to deliver the product to the person that purchases the product. You see, so it's not really like, there's nothing really special there. So you might be, I don't know the type of benefit you get by having the access of getting the product directly from Longrich. So, but you still do your logistics, you still do your marketing, you still meet people, you still sell, you still do the grinding of selling. It's buying and selling 101. So I don't really know. And you're going to be selling, you are going to be selling a toothpaste, and you want me to leave Close Up and Colgate and buy Longrich. So you have to. So what I'm trying to say is that it's not like, okay, like, oh, this the best thing since sliced bread. You know, you still work hard to sell products, especially products that is going to be competing with Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, because that is basically what their product is competing against. Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson. So if I buy their Pampers, if I buy their diapers, I'm going to be try to sell somebody on the advantages of this compared to Pampers. So that is the kind of work. So it's going through the product reselling part is a grind on itself. So yeah, but if you are good in marketing and you know how to take care of your logistics, you have to figure out how to take care of the logistics, except if you are buying it to use within your family. And I don't really think that's what people are entering into Longrich to do. Now that is also the pros of this is you are selling the product, you can buy at the cheaper rate and you sell at a higher rate and you make money like every other product that people buy and sell. The problem is that you have to figure out the logistics. If I'm based in Lagos, and so am I going to be selling to only people in Lagos? If somebody wants to buy the product from Akure, am I going to? I know that they might have branches around and distribute this product, but you still have to figure out the logistics somehow, one way or the other, because you are doing e-commerce business now. So you still have to figure out the logistics. How do you deliver your product without it damaging? How do you take care of the return? If somebody buys the product and he doesn't want it, yeah. So it's still e-commerce or commercial business 101. So don't let anybody fool you. It's not going to be easy. If you are going to do product reselling, then it's hard work. It's not going to be easy. So that is all about product reselling. It's simple. You pay money, they give you product, you make use of the product or you sell the product. Normally it should be you buy this product in bulk and sell the product if you want to make money through this means. Now this is the main thing here. Networking or multi-level marketing. Let me be very kind. I don't want to, let me not call it a Ponzi scheme now, but this networking market, this is the part that, so basically this is the part. So when you see people show you the car they have won, the house, the trips, it is through this networking part. And basically this networking, this networking part is not different. There's nothing dissimilar, different from this networking part with what these MMM people did. It's the same scheme. So without wasting much time, let me just show you what this scheme is all about. So it's normal. I don't want to call it Ponzi scheme. Let's respect it. Normal multi-level marketing stuff, So here is the idea. This is the first guy to enter the pipeline. You see, this is the first guy to enter the pipeline. And what happened is that this guy will have to get two other guys to pay him money. You pay money. So it's not like there is anything free there. You pay him money. So these two guys, let's say this is the company that is organizing the stuff. This guy pays money into this company. And then this guy will need to bring two other people. So these two guys bring him money. They pay him money to the company. So this guy will make part of the money. This first guy will make part of the money that this guy brings in. This guy pays in his money into the company, and this guy will make part of the money that this guy is bringing in. So for this guy here, for this last person, for this is the level 2. For this guy in level 2 to make money, he will have to bring two other people. It's normal. So it's not like there's no new. They have been doing this since time immemorial. It's Ponzi scheme. So it's the same thing. They call it multi-level marketing. So people call it Ponzi scheme because it relies on other people coming into the system. So now let's continue. So for this guy to make money, he will have to bring in two people. You see, so this guy brings in money into the company, and this guy takes part of the money that this guy is bringing. Then this first guy also takes part of the money. You see, he takes part of the money. So this guy too. So the same thing happens to the second person that this guy is bringing into this company. So this guy will take part of the money, and this first guy will also take part of the money. So that is the way this pyramid scheme works. So it is not a new thing. It is they call it multi-level marketing. Now, I don't. They have to be very sincere with you. What I know is that this is the way it works. The way multi-level marketing, or they call it, is the same thing. The same thing that MMM guys did. It's the same way this thing works. So for these two last guys to make money, they will also have to bring, for these guys in level 3 to make money, they will also have to bring 2 additional people. So now here is the problem. There is a limited amount of human beings on earth. There is a limited amount of human beings in Nigeria. So the supply of human beings is not unlimited. That is always the problem with every multi-level marketing. That's always the problem with every. Some people call it multi-level marketing. Some people generally refer to them as Ponzi scheme. Because the thing is that for this guy now to make money, he will have to bring in 2 people. 2 people must join him. So forget about all this. So now the problem is, how do you make money? If I'm going to invest 500, because I know people have sent me message to come and like their page, their Longrich page and all these things. So if I invest 500,000 naira in it, how much of that money? So if this guy, if I'm on this level 1, and this guy invites me and I invest, in quote, invest, and I pay how much of that money goes to him? So what is the company? What is the money? So you see, that's the problem, because the thing that is driving people into Longrich is not this product reselling. Product reselling is hard now. It's hard, and it's not. People have been doing it since time. So the thing. So when people show you the cars and the houses and the Chinese trip, it is not product reselling. That is the networking, the multi-level part. That's what they show. So and the problem, the disingenuity in this thing is that people tend to mix everything. So if people tend to mix everything, if you are going to resell products, go and resell products now. You can tell, and you can go and these people that are selling recharge card along the street, they are resellers as well. They buy in bulk from MTN, and then it's normal thing. So if you figure out how to make, so it's normal business, and you have to take it as a business. It's not like, okay, so this part I'm okay with it, if you have the strength and you have the knowledge. But this is the part. So this is the part that people are hiding. So people are hiding under this part to do this. People are hiding under this product reselling to do this networking. This Ponzi scheme. Let me be blunt. This Ponzi scheme, because if this first person is relying on the money that these 2 people will bring for him to be able to secure the future of his family, or buy a house or build a car, then it's Ponzi scheme, because it means that at some level these guys will not be able to attain such. These guys will, at some level, some people will lose out. At some level, some people, because they have not been made aware that all the money that people are investing is going into developing the company. Normally, if you want to invest in a company, you either, there's this private round, like when Facebook started, some people invest, there's this private round, when it's not already trading on the floor, there is this private round that goes around where people go in, like, if you're a follower of Gary, there's this Gary Vaynerchuk, you know, he says all these things. I watch his video. He invested in Facebook during the private round. If I'm not mistaken, he once said it. Some people also, like Amazon founder, that is Jeff Bezos, he invested in Google during the private round. So that is the way people invest in companies, and they become part of the companies when the company is still privately owned. Then, but when the company becomes a publicly trading company, then the only way you invest in the company is to buy shares. And then if you buy shares in the company, if the company pays dividend, that's the way you get money from the business. Or when you sell your shares, you know, you can get money from, you know, when you receive dividend, or when your shares appreciate or depreciate and you want to offload the shares. So you either make a gain or make a loss. So that's the way people invest in businesses. So I don't really understand. So if you are going to hide under this Chinese company, if you are going to hide under product reselling, I'm okay with product reselling. If you know how to, I'm okay. But the problem is that people are hiding under this to promote this. So people are hiding under this to promote this. So if you are going to get, if you are getting a alert every Thursday, and the alert you are getting, is it from the product you are selling, or from the money that people are bringing, or is it so? If the house, those people that own houses and cars and everything, is it from the profit of the company, or is it from the money these guys, these downliners are bringing? Because if you are going to take the money, if you are going to secure the future of your family by using this person's money, and this person will have to secure his own family by using this two persons' money, and this two persons' money will sell, then it's not sustainable. It's Ponzi scheme. So that is the problem. So the problem is, so in summary, if a company has a product and say, okay, we have this scheme that we can come in and take our product in bulk and sell and make profit from it, then I'm okay. Then if you have a networking marketing arm to it, first of all, Longrich has not come out and say that people that are investing are owners of the company. Do you have the documentation showing that you are the owner of Longrich? So if Longrich goes public tomorrow, if I invest 500,000 naira and Longrich goes public tomorrow, am I going to get a share? So what I'm saying is that, you know, if people build house, if people show you the house they want and the cars and the trips, that money is coming from somewhere. There's nothing like the money is coming from somewhere. So if this guy buys a house, if this guy, the first guy, has a house and a car and Chinese trip, so where is the money coming from? That's the question nobody has answered. So the money for the house and the money for the cars and the money for the trip, where is it coming from? Is it coming from, you know, like I said, for a public trading company, if you buy their share, you either get dividend, you either earn dividend, or you sell your share and make a gain or a loss, depending on whether the share appreciates. So if this first person is buying a house and is buying a car, is it the money for those houses and those cars, is it coming from the money that these people paid? That is pure Ponzi scheme. So you can hide it under you can hide it under these Chinese companies, and I don't know why the first place they like to bring all these things is in Nigeria, and people will tell you that they have been operating for like 200 years. So I'm not necessarily trying to badmouth them or something, but I like people to be plain. So if you are coming to sell me Longrich, just sell it to me as either a Ponzi scheme. I want to join this networking arm, which is a Ponzi scheme, or I want to resell the product. So there's nothing like, so if I'm going to earn money, I'm going to be earning money from the money that this second person is bringing. It's not as if there's any value that is being created. There's no value. That is the problem. There's no value that is being created. And the problem is that people hide under the name that it is a company. And that is basically, but what people are promoting is this multi-level marketing. This network, this not unsimilar to what MMM did. Yes, MMM, you might say, okay, MMM does not have this idea of it's being done under a company, but there's nothing different. If this person will earn money when he brings two people, and these two people's money will be used to pay him, and for these two guys to make money, then these two people's money will be used. It's pure Ponzi scheme, because at a point in time you will run out of human beings that will be coming in. That's what we are trying to say. I'm not saying people should not, because you know the problem is that Nigerians, we are very emotional, and you know if you try to ask questions, people will start saying because you are not. People will say, "Are you jealous?" You know that's the way we think back there. We are not critical. That's why some of these things. That's why the first place they try to do all these things is in Nigeria, because that's where you see people that want to really. So I don't have any problem. I don't really have any problem with people joining any scheme they want. But where I have problem is when people try to missell a product to people, and when people are not offering a clear explanation of what they are doing. So basically, it's simple. There are 3 ways you can make money out of Longrich. You can either resell their product, or if Longrich is a publicly trading company, you can buy their shares and then take dividend. I've not been told that if I'm investing, that I'm investing to. I don't know whether it is a publicly trading company or a privately held company. And 2, I've not been told, the people that invest in, I've not been told that there has never been any person that come and say, okay, that they are, like if you buy shares in a company, you know, there are people that have bought shares in First Bank, GTB Bank, all this Facebook, you know, you buy their shares. You understand? So people that are investing I've not seen people that say, okay, yeah, I bought shares. If what you are doing is, here is another thing, because if it is a real company that wants you to invest, then they are not going to be buying houses for people. That's the problem. Have you ever seen Facebook say they are buying houses for their investors? No. China has a stock exchange. Have you ever seen any of the Chinese companies saying they are buying product, they are buying houses for people? And the problem is that most of this it's only Nigerians that like doing all these kind of things. You hardly see any other country people that are doing this thing. It's always Nigeria that will bring it, and there are people that will want to market it. So I'm not bad-mouthing the company, but the thing is that be honest with what you are doing. If the only time this person makes money is if the money that this person is making is from this person, then it's not a sustainable business and it's not a good business. And then if you are selling it to people, you let people know what they are doing. So there are 3 ways. It is either you are buying their product and selling and making money, or the company, if I invest, I'm buying their shares. Or if it's a privately owned company, then I'm buying part. Only how you put at it, you are buying part of the company. So the money I'm going to pay. So if you come to me now and tell me to join Longrich, the money I'm paying, am I becoming part of the owner of Longrich? In the sense that there are 2 ways I can become. We are not. You know, it's not that we are very intelligent people. Most Nigerians are at least secondary school, university level, and most people peddling this are university graduates. So if I'm investing the money, am I buying will you give me a share certificate if Longrich is a publicly traded company? Or are you going to give me a receipt, a kind of, if it's a private company and I'm investing, are you going to give me a receipt that says, okay, as a private company, I have invested in this company, I'm the owner, I'm partly owner of this, or are you going to use that's another way to make money from Longrich. Then if it is a privately owned company and I invest in it, it's not a new thing now. People invest in companies. So if it's a privately owned company and I invest in it, then I'm becoming part of the owner. So how do I make money? I can either make money when Longrich sells Longrich or when Longrich goes public. That's the way I will make money if I buy part of the company as a privately held company. Then if there's a public company, am I buying the shares? So if I invest, am I buying the shares? Or am I just investing in this MMM or this Ponzi scheme, this pyramid scheme? That is the thing. So if the money I'm investing is on this pyramid scheme, then you market it as such. That see, you are investing, and that is the problem. The problem is that most of the things that they are doing is geared towards this networking part. Because that's when you build and if people are coming under you, of course, like if this first person comes under you get a cut of the money he's bringing, and then if this people brings 2 people, then you get a cut of these 2 people's money. So the problem is be clear and tell people what you are doing, that is Ponzi scheme. But there's a part that is Ponzi scheme or networking part, and then there is part that is product marketing. You can argue with me till the kingdom come. if I'm going to give you 500,000 naira, there are two things that if I want to sell product, then I know I'm buying and selling product. Then if I'm going to give you 500,000 naira, then I should be sure that, of course, I'm not saying it's not a good thing to, after all, there are people that did MMM, there are people that did Loom. I see some of those comments on Facebook, and people people do Bet Niger, Bet Niger, people go and bet, Premiership bet, so it's not a new thing. And if you're in the US, people go to Las Vegas to try and become millionaires. So it's normal thing, but the problem is don't missell it, or sell it plainly. Sell it plainly so that people will know, okay, that this is what I'm doing. So to summarize, I know the thing has gone a bit long. So to summarize, there are two approaches. There are two should we call it models. One is you resell your product. You resell your product and make money from it. So if you are very good in selling things, then then there is this networking part. This is the part, in fact, why I'm emphasizing more on this is that people hide under this. People hide under this to do this. There is nothing naturally wrong with this, but accept what you are doing, that you are making money, that you as a person, you are making money from other people's money, and it's not as if you are taking people's money and you expect that those people will bring two people and they will take their own money as well. I don't know what you can hide under, it's an established company, or they have offices. No, but this is what if this is what you are doing, and this is what every multi-level marketing is all about. The first person brings two persons, and the two persons bring in money and bring two persons, and the two persons bring in money, and the first person take cut off their money. Then say what you are doing. It's a Ponzi scheme. It is not completely different from what MMM guy did. Because at a point in time, the problem is that at a point in time, there will be a short supply of human beings that will come under other people. That is always the problem. That is always it's a normal systems dynamic stuff. A resource-based thinker, and the resource is kind of like finite. There's nothing like infinite human being. There is nothing like infinite Nigerian. So if you are going to join so just know that this is what you are doing. Except if they come tomorrow, I might be wrong. It might be the case that all the money that these people are bringing, they are using it to invest in the company, to build and expand the company. Then you show me the share certificate, or show me the certificate that shows that I invested as the company is a private entity, and I've invested in it being a private entity, and you give me my documentation. And I know that if you are investing in that thing as a private entity or as a public entity, they won't be using the money to buy houses for people. So this is purely a Ponzi. If you call it the Ponzi scheme, it will look as if we are trying to diminish it. But it's nothing more than what the Russian guy did with MMM. It's nothing more than that. So what happens is that at the end of the day, the system will collapse. That is the problem with every multi-level, because the thing is that there is always an infinite, if this is what you are doing, there's always an infinite, there is a limited number of human beings are available. So let's say every Nigeria joins, then the last person that joins, where will he get his other two people? Let's say every Nigerian joins, then the last person that joins, we have to get to where will those two people come from. So that is always the problem with this. And the problem is that why I'm making this is that there are intelligent people and educated people will peddle this, and because they are intelligent and they have professional, they have had professional careers, and people will say, oh, it might be a good thing, you might enter and still make money out of it, but that does not make it a sustainable stuff, because the last person that will enter will most likely not make his money, and because there has never been any explanation as to how he will make his money. You know, if it is a public company, then we understand how these things operate. If it is a privately held company, we know that if Longrich sells, if the owners of Longrich sell the company, then everybody that invested will get money. It's a simple thing. The money will come from somewhere. That's what I'm trying to say. The money will always come from somewhere. So if they buy house, if you win house, the money will come from somewhere. And if the money is coming from other people that are joining, then it's a clean, pure Ponzi scheme, and it's not sustainable. That's my message. So I don't say you should not join. I don't care whether you join or you don't join. But I've never seen a comprehensive review. Because if you give people a comprehensive review, then people will understand what they are getting into. You know, yeah. So if you have any counter argument, you can always leave a comment. You know, I'm open. I'm an open-minded individual. Yeah. If I'm paid for 500,000 naira, if the money is if you are going to give me a share certificate, then it's okay. I don't care how you manage to buy a house or buy a car for me. You know, so yeah, so be plain. So this is always the elephant in the room, and people are always hiding. The problem is that people hide under this. And they find that this company seems to be a manufacturing company to play this. This is the game people are playing. And when people are coming to you to join Longrich, this is the game they are playing. Because the money, and why is it that they will come to you to join? Because the money they will make depends on the money you are bringing. And the money that people you are bringing will bring. And I think that is what they are doing. So there's nothing really like special. It's just product selling. Yeah, so I just want to, I think that is it. So if this is not what is happening, or if you have any other thing that you feel I missed, then you can let me know. But this is just my review about it, so that if you are joining, you know what you are doing. There's no easy way of making money in this world. There's no easy way. That's one thing I've learned in life, is that except if you go and take people's money or steal people's money. But the thing is that the first person that comes and brings in people will always make money. It happened in MMM. People made money. There are people that made money in MMM. But the thing is that it's not a good thing. I think we should focus more on doing sustainable stuff. It's very difficult for us to do. Okay, look at all these startup companies, all these startups in Nigeria. You hardly see, the thing that you hardly see Nigerians investing in those companies. It's a problem. You hardly see Nigerians investing in Nigerian startup. All you will see is that Goldman Sachs has invested $30 million. So, and if Goldman Sachs is investing $30 million in the Nigerian company, the company is owned by Goldman Sachs, not Nigerians. The only benefit Nigerians get is maybe they get to work there. But the real value that we multiply and accelerate things is not in your hand, it's in Goldman Sachs' hand. We should do things that are sustainable. That's what if every Ponzi scheme that everybody takes out in any part of the world, the first place that they want to bring it is in Nigeria, then it's not a good thing. And it goes to show our nature as human beings. Why is it that every Ponzi scheme that everybody, okay, the Russian guy, he didn't go to Russia to do it. He didn't go to UK to do it. He ran to Nigeria. And these Chinese guys, they are bringing their own. So everybody that wants to do anything, they will come to Nigeria. It shows that there is a way people perceive us. And it's not good. Yeah, so I think that is all. I don't want to rant too much. So it's up to you. I don't care. If you like, you register. And I don't really care if you tell me I'm jealous or something. I know Nigerians are very emotional. If you try to tell them the truth, they will attack you and tell you you are jealous. But we understand this, and so it is up to us. At least we are intelligent people. At least some of us, and we have the ability to shoot video and to talk about things. If you think that what I'm saying is factually inaccurate, you can do your own rebuttal. Yeah, but at least if you are selling this thing, sell it clearly so that people know what they are doing. Don't come and hide under product and try to push this, because this is the thing that takes you to. This is the thing that gives you the holidays. This is the thing that gives you the house. And if you are getting the house, you are getting it from the money that these other people are bringing. So there's nothing special there. MMM people did it, but don't hide under this to try and sell that. It's being disingenuous. If you try to do it in the UK and you are selling it to, the problem is that people want to sell it to Nigeria. They don't want to sell it to. They don't want to come and do it like a normal thing and do it within the UK, because they know that if you do it within the UK, there are regulators that will question you. There are regulators that will. Somebody will report you. Yes, somebody will report. So there are people that are doing it that are in the UK, but they sell it to Nigerians because they know that if you try to sell it if it is something that if somebody will report you and then they will tell you are mis-selling. Mis-selling is an offense. If you try to sell it as something that it is not what it is, then it is an offense. But of course, you can sell it to Nigerians, because in Nigeria nobody cares about all these things. Yeah, so I think that is all. Thank you.